All right, good day wherever you find yourself in the globe, morning, afternoon, evening, and night. This is Kingdom Economic Forum. As we speak now, we are on Sunny TV, which you can watch after this. You can watch, go there. We have several of our series being shown on Sunny TV. Once again, as always, we are so happy to come your way. Kingdom Economic Forum in partnership with the New African Concept. We are on course. We are making impact. We see a new tomorrow. We are not discouraged at all. What we are sharing with you, we know is making impact. And once again, we want to thank you for your support, your comment, and your contribution. It's so valuable. Blessings to all of you. Like we mentioned to you last week, in the coming 3 weeks, we're going to look at the Galamsey. Gather them and sell. Gather Galamsey. The environmental impact of this Galamsey. Wow. Wow. As a nation, we are sitting on a serious time bomb. Those of you in the cities, a time will come that you have to import water. What is happening is very, very, very serious. And I want to bring it to you. Today we're going to look at the causes of Galamsey. I've told you when it comes to Kingdom Economic Forum, we solve problem from the root, not from the fruit. Over the period, when it comes to Galamsey, we are solving the problem from the fruit. Emotional, reactional actions. And that is why the thing keeps on deepening and deepening. Political party will come and we'll solve it. One president said he's going to solve Galamsey problem with his presidency on the line. He's putting his presidency on the line, but it ended up, it took him out of the whole thing. He could not sit up. We have a new government trying to look at it. Is it a firefighting approach? I think so. The reason why we are not solving the problem is that we are solving it from the fruit level. Hey, emotional level. Hey, Galamsey, fighting, moving here and there, setting up. No. Today we are going to look at the root cause of Galamsey. What is the root cause? What is the motivating factor? Until we look at the root cause, forget it. Whatever we are doing has no sustainable solution to that. And working with the New African Concept, because we see new tomorrow, with me in the studio once again, is Reverend Dr. Joshua Opon Safi. Rep, blessings.
Thank you so much.
I'm always happy to have you, I'm telling you.
Very happy as well.
Because we are solving a problem.
Yeah.
Because we see a new tomorrow.
We see a new tomorrow.
Galamsey is, if you are not solving it, the new tomorrow looks so bleak.
Very bleak. Very, very, very bleak.
Your take on, let's look at what Galamsey and then the cause, the root cause. Today we want to see the cause.
Delve into it.
So tell me.
Okay. All right. So once again, you are all warmly welcome to another edition of the Kingdom Economic Forum. And this subject is very important, very, very, very important. And it is not new to more or less our narrative. We know that various shows, various platforms, various meetings, conferences have been convened on this same subject.
Spend a lot of money on it.
Spend a lot of money. So the fact that after all these, it is still around should tell you that
we are doing something wrong.
Yes, we are doing something wrong. And that the issue is also multifactorial.
Yeah.
And as we've always said, wrong diagnosis of the problem will lead to wrong prescription or solution. And that is what we've seen over the years. Generally, the idea of Galamsey is the fact that, more or less, as we normally call it, illegal mining. So it is in two forms.
Yeah.
Though we normally focus on one side. The normal side we focus on is the purely illegal, where there are people who maybe get to a land and then whatever they'll do to it they are not using the laid down procedures or protocols. They may not be. So the first category of people, they are not recognized by the system.
The Wubi structure.
Yes, so that the system that we have when it comes to the mining protocols.
And that's why I'm using the word the Wubi.
Yes, the would
Who
be.
set up that structure?
Yes.
You see, we are raising a very serious, we are going deep into.
Very, very,
we need
very,
to go
very
deep. Who gave that structure, and was the structure contextualized? What makes mining legal? These are the questions we are going to the root cause so that we understand. So when we are bringing a solution, it helps. I like that. Go on.
Yes. So the end result is that these people are considered illegal. And then that is one characteristic. A second characteristic of them is what we consider to be legal, they are given certain do's and don'ts, some operational modalities. That this is the extent you can go, this is how far you can do, and then because of the potential mess, you also, maybe there's the reclamation protocol. So all these things are purely laid down. Those, because they are not captured, that is the first category of people, they are not captured within the legal framework.
Maybe before you go there, our forebears have been mining for years. We need to establish that fact so that it helps us. So when did our forebears, when they were mining, were they creating, were we having, what was the process that they were using to mine?
Yes.
We need to understand so that it gives
so the forebears, because we know that we were called Gold Coast.
Gold Coast.
So, I mean, coast then suggests, coast of gold, it suggests that we had a plethora of the gold. So the challenges of their times were different. So they were mining. But it was more of the surface. So because they were not having sophisticated machines that delved deeper into the soil, or even maybe so they were doing more of at the water side, which were even mostly some, at least from the materials we have, that almost at the base of the waterbed, or sometimes even at the shore of the water, you can be getting gold.
Let me help you. In the hinterland, in the Ashanti Kingdom, our forebears were mining. And they were doing deep mining. So the question was, though you are right to say that they were not using sophisticated, but then when you go to some of the forests, you see that they were having holes in there that our forebears were going deep. We were not having issues on that. I'm just adding to the fact that it's not only at the coastal level, but those were, because our forebears were not having coast. So we're mining. We're having goldsmiths. We were technically doing proper mining. It's like what our forebears put up this at Atakwame, the mud houses. Those of you who've gone to school, because you see, those type of housing unit, some stood there for 100 years. When you people went to school, you created the impression that it wasn't something that we should consider. Came up with a new way of building. We introduced cement, painting. Now, when you want to build, it's so expensive. So, what I'm trying to arrive home at is that we are trying to go to the initial stage of mining. When they were introducing the do's and don'ts, did they consider the artisanal way of our forebears mining to modernize it for us to fit into what the best way of mining? Because unfortunately, these things you are mentioning have been designed for the large scale. Without considering bringing the method we were using to mine to bear. Indigenous method to modernize it so that it flows. We have put up a system where do this, don't do that. So the cost of doing the do's and don'ts It's
very heavy.
Very heavy. And it's I'll go for the end. At the end,
Exactly.
So I want us to come from that historical perspective.
Yes.
So that we know that we are not helping ourselves.
Exactly.
The system we are put in place is not to the benefit, the indigenous things, that these things are not for us. We have not been factored in the policy making.
Yeah.
It fits into the colonial masters, and then those investors, we have enough money to be able to comply.
Yeah.
They have the money to get the required equipment or whatever, the machine, the chemicals, and here and there. So today, we want to go down deep to see where the problem is, so that when we are coming out with a solution, this will be So this is where we want to. So we need to know the basic, and then we come out.
All right. So very good point on that. Yeah, so at least we have to establish the fact that, I mean, mining is not novel in our time.
It's not.
Since time immemorial,
Mansa Musa, old Ghana Empire.
Yes, I mean, they were. Yeah, so mining has been there. Yeah, so the idea of, so the first part is those who are considered illegal by our system.
That's it.
And
that's where the problem is.
Yes. And then the second part is those who are considered legal, but they go beyond their threshold. So at the end of the day, it also ends up becoming illegal.
Okay.
So mostly we normally focus on the first category. But there are people who are also, they are legal. They are registered with the Ghana maybe authority for this.
They are more dangerous.
Yes, they are even more dangerous because they ride on the fact that, we have the certificate. And then they flout the rules. Maybe if these were the parameters that they were given, they go beyond and then they flout the rules. But because our system also, so maybe it then leads to the causes. So now the causes, there is the political reason, economic reason, the traditional reasoning, the religious, and then the mindset.
Okay, the mindset. Okay.
So these are various tributaries that, when you put all together, the end result is the menace that we have. So that when we come to the solution, so understanding this, you realize that, then it requires a comprehensive. When you just take it, normally we want to just apply the force, the brutal force. We are in power, and then you release the. So I think we'll come to the solution.
So you've mentioned five.
Yes, 5. Political. I mean, economic. Or maybe we can maybe socio-political. Or socio-economic. So political, socio-economic, traditional, religious, and then the mindset. Yes.
Listening to us, we are looking at the root cause of Galamsey. We are mentioning 5 areas, and Doug is going to explain. The first one is a political. So political, what is political about Galamsey?
Yeah. So where you are, I mean, the point you gave falls under the political. Now we had a system running where we were already mining, and it was operating more or less. We were under the monarchy. That's before we moved to become a state. When we became a state, a lot of efforts have been made, but still there are certain challenges or limitations. And one of it is the fact that now the state, in drafting what became or what has become legal, I feel did not consider a number of factors. And one of the key factors is the point you raised. Now, the fact is, if mining has been done for so many years, why were they able to do it? Definitely, you may have 1 or 2 limitations, but it was somehow okay.
They were okay.
So, what were the indigenous skills and then approaches? One of the political issues were that we rather imported the Western approach of mining. As usual, we considered our indigenous approach to be useless. And the Western approach is also expensive. It is sophisticated and expensive. And that also came in as a result of maybe the large-scale commercialization. So the mining was there, but definitely without certain sophisticated elements, the production rates and then the quantum will be, so you can maybe go deep, but the period it will take you to get there, maybe it will take you maybe 6 months of digging. We are looking out for, so now the civilization drive, where now there is that competition, because as a nation we will have to meet up certain quota.
GDP.
So, yes, GDP here and there.
Yeah.
So it made us to run down or shun our indigenous approach and then rather
Commercialize.
in the name of commercialization, we adopted the large-scale Western approach, which is more sophisticated and very expensive. What should have been done was maybe progressive adoption of the Western one, and then contextualization or the refining our indigenous approach. Yeah. Because if we had innovators to take our indigenous approach and then upgrade it, because they were working in our context. So another political one of it is the wholesale adoption. In our quest to commercialize, we adopted wholesale, the Western approach, which was more sophisticated and then expensive. So the dishing out of certificates then also came with very sophisticated, approach. So it leads to the second level, still another politics. After it was drafted this way, many persons couldn't or don't have what it takes to now meet to that level. So now they were labeled illegal. And then they felt they have been cut off what belongs to them. So the fight, the issue of Galamsey, there is a deeper issue where people feel graciously this gold is located in our community. And we must be the foundational beneficiaries. So because of its operational modalities, it had to take maybe the big shots from the West or from the China or this thing, because of the weight of the machinery and then things like that, to come in and do it. And then they will be cutting it away. And then the people feel we are being impoverished. So still we are also going to use our indigenous and then sometimes maybe semi-indigenous approaches to still get what is ours. So there is a community fight at the heart of it, which is as a result. So the first is the wholesale as in our quest to commercialize, which shunned our indigenous approach. And by shunning our indigenous approach, it cut off our indigenous miners who were more within the communities, and then labeled them illegal and gave authorization to the big shots who had what it takes to do it.
So before you go in terms of the politica, it has to do with the policies that came out from the politica, the policy.
Those are the political,
the policy. For example, we have set up Minerals Commission and all the policies that the people who are sitting there. You see, let's call a spade a spade. People who are drafting policies for implementations, most often than not, don't have any practical knowledge of what they are drafting the policy. And sometimes even some of these policies are being paid by donors. Is this the World Bank to influence us to? So when we are coming out of the policy, we don't contextualize the policy. That has been a major problem in this country. As far as Ghana is concerned, we have every form of law. The reason why the laws are not working is that the laws are imported laws. They are not coming from this. They are not natural laws that are contextualizing issues so that people will buy into. We bring laws that will bind us. So for you to be able to get something to, you have to bypass that law. And you become the evil person in the society. In that, so when somebody also is stealing something, because he is not given the right frame of mind, I do and die. So he will go the worst case scenario and strap man to destroy it. So we are trying to look at our problem. The Galamsey problem is not as we see it. The root cause has political influence, and that's what Doug is trying to let us. And that's why I'm also adding that most often the major problem has been policy from the political, without having understood to contextualize the issue, to come up with a solution to help the people. Because the law is made for people, for man. But in that case, our laws are not made for us. So
Man is made for the law.
man is made for the laws, and that's why we are struggling. Go on to the. So you've added to the socio-economic aspect.
No, this still with the
With the political.
So one I may add before we move on with the political is that just like we are touching on, so that's the community players now felt
Toward, yeah,
and also within the political there wasn't a proper integration of the traditional leaders.
That's the point.
Into the narrative.
And that is a huge and in our constitution it has been stated. And I like the book that Prof. Safo Kantanka wrote. Who owns the land and who rules? This is critical. If you haven't gotten a copy, I want to recommend this book. Who owns the land and who rules? The traditional aspect. In the constitution, the land belongs to the traditional people. But yet we are saying that when we find gold, it doesn't belong to the people anymore. Into the political elite. This is where all the danger is. We need to sit back as a nation to look at this issue. It's a serious statement. We didn't think through it. Now that we are trying to review the constitution, there's a perfect opportunity to sit back. If I own the land, but then when I dig down and there's a mineral, it doesn't belong to me, but it's vested into the political elite. How have they served us? This is a critical issue we need to look at. I like that. No, continue.
So that is another key factor under the political. So we on the surface we appear as though everything is fine, especially between the political elites and the traditional elite. We have given maybe National House of Chiefs and Anderson, but when you go deep down, it is not really fine.
It's not.
I feel the traditional leadership was not properly integrated in our adoption of the Western approach.
Yeah.
So there are still unspoken gaps, which, just like you're saying, this land is for us, but then the minerals rather is not for us. So it has also made the chiefs take a particular kind of posture. The extent to which they should have been involved in the fighting against this, most of them have become more passive. So after all, it is order from above.
Yeah.
You come and then you do your own thing, and then all that. Yes, and then maybe the last point I will add, another political, is still with a partisan approach to solving it. So where now we have used, or that is the politicization of the Galamsey. So the political players, especially in the light of the duopoly, have made it look like this Galamsey thing, I'm going to do it. And then it has not got. It seems that both sides have a stake in it.
They have a stake in it.
A serious stake in it.
They have.
So one party will use it against the ruling government to score
political point
during election. And then when they come in power, the very things they shouted on, they will then be given different reasons. Getting to this even elections, we heard from several quarters of this ruling government when they were in opposition that Galamsey is a menace. We must declare state of emergency. Now the tables turn and you ask them, now we have to contextualize, you have to do this, you have to do this. So these are some of the points under the political reason of Galamsey, which in solving we must also understand all these contributions and then how they come about.
No, we've given you one major reason why we see what we see, as far as the root cause of Galamsey, the political. Mr. President, you have promised us that you're going to deal with this issue. Mr. President, we want you to see the problem. The people around you are benefiting from the very thing you want to fight. We are from Kingdom Economic Forum. We will give you a solution in 2 weeks' time. But we are letting you know that the politics is one of the major reasons why we see what we see. From policy level, from interest level, using politicizing everything is where we are. And we think that we want you to know politics is a major reason why Galamsey is moving where it is moving. Maybe you move to the next one.
Yes. So that is the socioeconomic.
Socioeconomic.
Yes. So the other side is, this is a way that people also, because it is a lucrative venture.
Very lucrative.
So because it is a lucrative venture, it is also meeting an economic need for several people.
The value chain.
Yes, the value chain. Whoever takes a play, or the stakeholders, everyone seems to benefit. Now, the point is that if we want to raise a concern on it, what alternative do we have? So the concerns are two. How can we render it being conducted in a more appropriate way? That is one. And then in cases where it should be a no-no, what support alternative do we have for the players or the beneficiaries of these things? So when you come down, you will naturally find the youth. So maybe the campaigns may be in offices locked up somewhere, but those who will be on the field are naturally most of the youth. Now, we must understand that the death of one person, or the demise of one person, that is the human capital, because the greatest opportunity or the greatest resource of any nation is the untapped potentials locked up in the human beings, because it is the human beings that build it up. So that is it. So the economic factor deals with providing alternatives. If we are crying out that these things ought not be, so it is the economic factor in two ways. One, that is, what alternatives can we have to render it being conducted in a more appropriate manner? Yeah. And the other side is, for those levels or issues where we ought not to do it, people's livelihoods are also in the basket. What alternatives do we have to accommodate them if we have to vanquish them from that kind of narrative? So that is the economic or the socioeconomic aspect. And then the
third one.
Yes, the traditional. I think the traditional connects, there is a linkage with the political, which I made mention of. Many of them are passive. I'm talking of the traditional leadership, because of how the system seems to run. The system seems to run in such a way that it has given so much authorization to the political players or the elite, much more than those who really own the land. So they also feel then at the end of the day, if I can get something out of it, then you can go ahead and then do it. So there is gross, passivity, very few voices here and there, but by and large, and then the truth is, one of the key stakeholders that can easily drive the menace of, or that tame the menace of Galamsey is the traditional leaders.
Yes, that's the key. If they are supported.
If they are supported, and then they really decide that this is the way to go, it will cut off within the shortest possible time.
Very much.
But they have not been properly integrated, and then because of that, they also feel left out in the narrative, and then they also retract or become passive. Then the religious side.
Hey, the religious.
The religious contribution is more with contributing by way of the theological framework and then also the religious posture. Let me start with the religious posture. So the religious posture is we have become so materialistic. So because we have become so materialistic, it is almost like anyhow you get the money.
We don't care.
Get the money.
And bring your tithe.
And then bring your tithe.
An offering.
And then bring your offering, your prophetic seeds. As long as the flow of money is there, we, the pastors, we are even going to bless you.
We are praying for you.
So we are well aware that, Charlie, this guy or this man is a Galamsey campaign.
Destroying the community.
Destroying the community.
With the water bodies.
I think we'll be exploring the impact. And it is serious.
Very much serious.
It is very, very, very serious.
Hey.
Very, very serious.
There's a whole prayer force that we have set up for such people. Praying
for such people. That their business will thrive.
Oh, Jesus.
That God will help them to escape any security
arrest,
or government arrest.
Intervention. They are praying.
And it is even a testimony that the police, they were coming, they almost arrested us. But Papa called me that we should vacate, we should not go.
Today.
And truly, we did not go. And glory be to God. So for this one, take another 100,000 as a seed on the altar.
Yeah, just amen.
Yeah, so that is the religious posture. Because we have become densely materialistic. We are the church by and large.
The church, the whatever tradition, whatever.
Yes, we are in bed with them. Because
and people even go. It has been told that the spiritual aspect when you are doing this ghost stuff.
Yes.
So they go to Malam, they go to the prophets and get a quantre.
Yes.
To go and mine. I'm telling you,
yes.
And it's serious.
Very.
Wow.
Very, yeah. So that is the
religious.
So the religious, the theological framework then comes with the aspect where now we don't, the Christ-like virtues or values, because entrepreneurship, the kingdom values is missing in the theological narrative. Because if it is there, then statements like the end justifies the means. It has almost become Christian, but it is not Christian. It is just an American philosophy called pragmatism. But what it means is that, once we are using some of the stolen money or the any kind of money, once the end usage seem to have some goodness, then the process, even if it is bad, it doesn't mean anything. So, at the end of the day, I was able to build a church building and then I donated. I have built an orphanage. I have supported the ministry. They were going for evangelism and I gave them 200,000 for fuel. So once the end usage has some touch of goodness, then though we know very well we are destroying the water bodies, we are doing this, but it's okay, God understands.
In fact, Doc, in some places, it will be difficult even to preach about this, where they are doing the Galamsey. The pastor dare not, else offering will not come. Your mission house will not be built, your church building, nobody will support you. So that's where we are. Some are using the Galamsey money to pay fat support. I think the last one has to do
is the mindset. Yes.
Because of our time, maybe.
Yes. So that is the and ultimately that is our chief or one of our chief problems. So it is the mindset influences the political, the traditional, the socioeconomic, and then even that of the religious. So our mindset is such that we don't think we don't have that empathy. We don't think about the next generation.
No.
So if we even play with very serious things.
Yeah.
So we don't think about the next generation. So we are so obsessed with ourselves, and we've treated issues of mindset. You can get our previous videos. So ultimately, we have a mindset problem. which is so selfish that I'm making the money, whatever repercussions, whatever this and it doesn't care. So we have the mindset. So it means that any drive to solve Galamsey, there must be a component, a serious component on mindset reorientation. Else, you can use the sophisticated brute force, it will not go anywhere, and it will be short-lived. So the political, the socioeconomic, the religious, the traditional, and above all, the mindset defect. These are the streams we have for Galamsey.
Galamsey problem is we have been able to diagnose the root cause. If you are listening to us, we want to open the floor for you if you have any question, any contribution. Next week, we're going to look at the effect. You know very much, but we're going to give you empirical data as to what is happening. If we don't rise up, trust me, in the next 20 years, we will not have the Ghana we all hope to have. The solution is with us. It's not too far. Though another danger is that most of these people are even migrants. Those who are working giddy, most of them are migrants. They are not from even the community. And you are in the community sitting there, you are not speaking. And they are destroying your community for you. The war we need to fight is this war. We have given you 5 major root causes of Galamsey challenge that we have. Political, socioeconomic, traditional, religious, and the mindset. We ended up with the mindset. Get rich quick. Most people who are getting this money are dying so quick. You get it quick, you die quick. Your life is more valuable than the money. Next week, we will look at the causes and then the effect in the local, national, international level, and the personal level. Until we come your way next week, this has been Kingdom Economic Forum in partnership with the New African Concept. Bye-bye.